When the time comes, and if you stand for God, for the Christ, keep the commandments, have the testimony of Jesus, you will be persecuted for it, because it will come to the time where you will not be able to buy or sell, travel. Everyone will be chipped who takes a vaccination. Coca-Cola is putting microchips in their drinks as well now. So you need to be very, very careful what you're drinking, where you're eating, etc. And if you stand for the right, for the truth, others, even probably your family, will give you up. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are in the world. We're here doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Christ Triumphant, the title today. The world's Redeemer rejected by his own people. Matthew 27:17. Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you? Barabbas or Jesus, which is called Christ? One other course suggested itself to Pilate, whereby he might save him whom he dared not give up to that maddened power, knowing that for envy they had brought Jesus to the judgment hall. Pagan invention, without one particle of justice in it, had made a custom that at the great national festival there should be set at liberty one prisoner who had been condemned to death. Could the convicted Pilate make use of this subterfuge and bring about that which he desired, save an innocent man whose power, even while bound and under accusation, he knew to be the power of no common man, but of God? His soul was in terrible conflict. He would present the true and innocent Christ side by side with the notable Barabbas, and he flattered himself that the contrast between innocence and guilt would be so convincing that Jesus of Nazareth would be their choice. Barabbas had pretended to be Christ and had done great wickedness. Under satanic delusion, he claimed that whatever he could obtain by theft and robbery and murder was his own. A most striking contrast was presented between the two. Barabbas was a notorious character who had done wonderful things through satanic agencies. He claimed to have religious power, a right to establish a different order of things. This false Christ was claiming what Satan claimed in heaven, a right to all things. Christ in his humiliation was possessor of all things. In him was no darkness at all. Barabbas and Christ stood side by side, and the whole heavenly universe beheld him. The people looked upon the two. Where now were the voices that a few days before were loud in proclaiming the wonderful works that Christ had done? Then the fickle multitude had been imbued with the enthusiasm of heavenly impulse to pour forth in sacred song their praise and hosannas as Christ rode into Jerusalem. Now the choice was given them. Pilate asks, Whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Jesus, which is called Christ? There arose a heaven cry. Arose to heaven a cry of tremendous significance to all the world. All heaven heard that cry, which all seemed to join with a zeal and desperation born of their choice. Not this man, they said, pointing to Jesus, but Barabbas. The world's Redeemer was rejected. The guilty murderer spared. The title, again, the world's Redeemer rejected by his own. Once again, Pilate knew the truth. He knew the truth. The people knew the truth. Well, in that they knew he was innocent, they still didn't realize who he actually was. They had seen what he could do, the miracles, everything. And as it said, in complete contrast, when he rode into Jerusalem on the donkey, Hosanna and joyous and laying down the palms in front of him. Oh, King of Israel, oh, King of the Jews, oh, Jesus, our Savior, the blah, 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 blah. And then what? A few days later, crucify him. Barabbas, and you think about it, Barabbas is there in place of Satan. He's done all the wrong, everything wrong. Arrested how many times? He's on death row, basically. Just the same as Satan was in heaven. And he's now on death row waiting to be extinguished. And what happens? The world is asked, who do you choose, Jesus or Barabbas, Satan? And you've got the whole alphabet community and all these other religions choosing their idols. Barabbas, Satan.